Little piece of history here off of an online kind of a Korean Craigslist of sorts. Looks like the tuner battery's dying. Um, Kind of a online kind of a Korean Craigslist, but without the seediness of Craigslist, called Carrot. And I picked up an old Segovia guitar. Everything's backwards right now. It looks like I'm a left-handed player. Segovia. It's a Korean brand, very old Korean brand. And this thing dates back to, I would say, late 70s, early 80s. Um, it's it's a piece of history. Um, the binding is a little bit discolored. I mean, it's from another era, a bygone era of this country, when things were not workmanship, craftsmanship was not what it is now, and it could be kind of hit or miss. I saw this thing listed. I could kind of tell by the interaction with the person, with the seller, that this was an older person. And I asked about the action and the intonation, and she didn't seem to understand what any of that is about. I'm guessing this might have been her husband's. So, I mean, again, it's late 70s, early 80s, and the craftsmanship is reflective of that era. Um, but it's like I don't like getting new guitars anymore. I like getting old guitars. I like getting relics, which this is. Um, and it's not entirely my cup of tea. The shape is, I wanted a cutaway. I wanted a relatively thin body, basically a parlor sound, um, with a kind of a sweet chiminess that the lean bear guitar doesn't have. And that's what this has. Acoustically, sonically, I got what I was hoping for. It's going to take, of course, these strings are God knows how old, and I'm going to have to do some work on it. It needs a truss rod adjustment. Um, I might end up sanding down the saddle. I might end up filing the nut a little bit, the nut grooves, just to get the action down a bit, because it's quite high. We'll see how much that comes down after I adjust the truss rod. Um, it does have an onboard preamp EQ, and the battery is inside the body, down, in the upper bout. You gotta take off the strings to replace the battery. It's got a chip missing from the binding here, but that was indicated in the listing. So the tuners are fine. It still has the Made in Korea sticker right there on the back, and so it's a fixer-upper. It's for 40,000 won, and that might be like, I don't know, $30 US, maybe a little over $30 US. It's about what I expected, and sonically what I'd hoped for. If if I can't get this action down to my satisfaction, I could always use it as a bottleneck slide guitar, or I could even play it lap style. But it's a, you know, it's a fixer-upper. I might be able to get it to where it's actually quite a joy to play. The neck is a little bit chunkier than I like, but I've got another, my Korean Yamaha SG has a very similar neck. It's by no means a non-starter. I also prefer a matte finish. This is a glossy neck, but again, I'm not a speed player. It's like, that's no big deal. But it is again, it's just nice to have something from a bygone era with you can just feel it. You can feel it's an old guitar and it's had a history. And one of my favorite things about it is the case that it came with. This is such an old school case. Let me see if I can get the. Let's see here. I can angle the phone right there. So here's the case. Look at this old case. Look at this thing. I mean, it's just it's like naga hide, you know. No padding, no cushion. It's just such an old school case that, look how skinny that is around the neck, you know. Straps are missing. No, just this handle. It's amazing. This little strap handle hasn't disintegrated. Like, it's actually in pretty good condition, but you can just see how old it is. Or if you look at the metal ring, the strap ring on the back, you know, you can kind of see how old that is. A little bit corroded, a little bit pitted. Just like me, a little pitted, a little corroded. And perhaps somewhat in need of fixing up. So I figured for 40,001, or for, I don't know, 32 bucks US, I couldn't go wrong with it. And it's nice when things turn out more or less as you expect them, and maybe even a little better. So this is my new guitar acquisition. Segovia. And the renovation begins this evening after I finish work. See you next time.